in terms of all the preparations, and those persons who have made an invaluable contribution in many, many areas across the length and breadth of St. Lucie as a constituency and as a parish. Mr. Arthur Barb, who was himself one of the persons who died in the 1937 riots, came out of the community, that quiet but yet powerful community of Greenwiches. And I am proud to be associated with that tonight in terms of, for that knowledge, because then St. Lucie again has its name on the history books within Barbados. And I want to certainly associate myself with this. And I know we will get to the stage when we will perhaps debate the Pride of Barbados awards as well. And I anxiously look forward to that debate, because it is giving Barbadians the opportunity to celebrate their own and select persons of their own whom they can associate themselves with in terms of what they have done across the community to uplift Barbados and uplift the various communities. And with those few words, Mr. Speaker, I support this bill.
Honourable Member for St. John.
Mr. Speaker, I too rise to support these awards, and I want to start with a quote from Martin Luther King, who said, "Only from the darkness you can see the stars." Mr. Speaker, post May 28th, wherever I go in this country, May 28th, 2018,
May 24th,
I was told you created history. Mr. Speaker, sir, my journey in this political sphere is not about creating history. It is about ensuring that come next year in May 2020, that persons in St. John are given awards, Mr. Speaker. Now, I leave home every single morning, Mr. Speaker, and I go Country Road and work in an air-conditioned office. Every morning, Mr. Speaker, when I leave home, there are persons in the cane fields in St. John working in the sun. And it is my hope, Mr. Speaker, that at some point in time, recognition in terms of the awards reach those particular individuals who toil in the sun in this country. Mr. Speaker, sir, I have persons in St. John who are involved in sports, who are dedicating themselves to building sports in St. John. I have one individual who is contributing to the development of football at a level, I mean, he's financing this thing on his own. I have another youngster, Mr. Speaker, who is providing an opportunity for a number of youngsters every Sunday evening to engage in basketball. You know, Mr. Speaker, when some time ago, many moons ago, I was told that the Barbados Labour Party, that the L stand for the Barbados Lawyers Party, because it was believed back then that in order to be a member at the level of where I'm standing today, you had to be a lawyer or you had to be a doctor. Mr. Speaker, I believe that awards are necessary to show persons that they're appreciated. But I want to say, Mr. Speaker, that if your only task in life is to work towards getting an award, then I think that you're misguided. Your work should stand on its own, and then people should recognize you at some point in time for the contribution that you would have made to mankind. So I fully, Mr. Speaker, support these awards, because I am cognizant of the fact that we have people who are working every single day at community level to make life better for persons who in some cases are at their level, in some cases are less than them. Now, we criticize as a society those guys who lime on the blocks across Barbados, but yet still, ever so often, you would see the front page of a paper indicating that these guys, without any kind of fear, save old folks from in burning homes. These are the ones, Mr. Speaker, who I believe at the end of the day should also be touched with these awards that we are distributing come next year. And again, like I said, I strongly support this, and I believe that it is a fantastic thing for us to be recognizing our own awards from the people, by the people. It's not only the political area that should apply. Mr. Speaker, in basketball terms, this would be called a quick hitter. I am obliged.
Honourable Member for St. Joseph.
Mr. Speaker, everybody who spoke and promised to be brief. The Prime Minister has asked me to wrap up this debate for her.
Member, can you turn the mic towards?
The Prime Minister has asked me to wrap up this debate for her, and she instructed me to be brief. I wish that she had instructed my colleagues. Nonetheless, I think that anyone hearing the quality of presentations today, whether they were the long ones or the short ones, would have come away from this debate with insights as to how we as an administration view the concept of being a Barbadian, and how we propose as an administration to feed and nurture what it means to be a Barbadian and what it means to be recognized by your own country. I believe, sir, that all of us in this chamber are very keenly aware, because in many ways, to have been chosen by the electorate to serve in Parliament could only be described as perhaps one of the greatest honors or tributes that could be paid to an individual. Sir, there's an African proverb that says that until the lion learns to write, every story will glorify the hunter. And many generations of Barbadians, sir, have been almost like that hapless lion. The stories were not our stories. And the stories have only recently begun to glorify all of what it means to be a Barbadian. This administration, perhaps more than any other, has always fixed its sights, sir, on paying tribute to our heroes. We were the administration that established the National Heroes regime. We were the administration that established the gallery in Parliament. We were the administration, sir, that carried out a Carifesta which showcased Barbados so many generations ago. We did the Centennial Honor, the Day of National Significance, sir. And at a time when it was almost anathema to talk about being a republic, we grappled with the issue and passed a referendum bill to lay the way for that national discourse. Sir, we have begun to write our story, and we've begun to recognize who Barbadians are and our place in the world. Mr. Speaker, this represents for us a change in how we see ourselves when it comes to the issue of bestowing honors. And it is always going to be a vexed question for some people prefer to be recognized by the mother country. But I believe that there are a large number of Barbadians who, strong and determined in their Barbadianness, in the same way that we acknowledge the great honor of being chosen by the people to sit in this honorable chamber, I believe there are many Barbadians who would similarly feel that the highest honor would be one bestowed on them not through the goodwill and letters patent of a distant monarch, but through the love and affection of the Barbadian people. And with those words, sir, I'm obliged to you, and I beg to move that this bill be read a second time.
The question is that this bill be read a second time. All those honourable members in favour, please say aye. Those against, please say no. Me think the ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that you do now leave the chair and that this House resolve itself into committee for further consideration of the bill.
Beg to second that.
The question is that the Speaker do not leave the chair and the House resolve itself into committee for further consideration of this bill. All those honourable members in favour, please say aye. Those against, please say no. Me think the ayes have it.
This House is now in committee.
1 to 5.
I beg to move, Madam Chair, that clauses 1 to 5 do no pass.
Stand part.
Stand part.
Beg to second that.
Question is that clauses 1 to 5 stand par. All members in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
All members against, please say nay. Methinks the ayes have it.
Clauses 6 to 11.
Beg to move that clauses 6 to 11 stand part.
Question is that clauses 6 to 11 stand par. All members in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
All members against, please say nay. Methinks the ayes have it.
Report. Report.
Beg to move that you do not report to His Honour the Speaker the passing of one bill in committee.
Beg to second that.
Question is that I do not report to the Honourable Speaker the passing of one bill in committee. All honourable members in favour, please say aye. Aye. All honourable members against, please say nay. Methinks the ayes have it.
Chairman of committees has reported the passing of one bill in committee.
Beg to move that this bill be read a third time.
To second that.
The question is that this bill be read a third time. All those honourable members in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. Me think the ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that this bill do now pass and be cited as the Order of Freedom of Barbados Act 2019.
Beg to second that.
The question is that this bill be now passed and so cited. All those honourable members in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. Me think the ayes have it. This bill is passed and so cited. Honourable member for the City of
Mr. Speaker, that brings us to the end of government business for the day and the end of today's sitting. I beg to move that the House be adjourned until Tuesday, 6th of August at 10 a.m. in the forenoon.
The question is that this honourable chamber be adjourned until the 6th day of August 2019 at 10 a.m. in the forenoon. All those honourable members in favour, please say aye. Those against, please say no. We think the ayes have it. This House stands adjourned until the 6th day of August 2019 at 10 a.m. in the forenoon.